Step 19. Create the style sheet new.css and make the following styles. So we're going to make a style sheet in this video, and in your exam they'll probably give you a table like this. We have the styles on the left, table, h1, h2, p, and body, and these are the properties we have to set for each of these styles. So we'll start with h1 and we'll move on from there, or leave table for the end. So let's start with h1. So to make a style sheet, first of all, in front page, you go File, New, More Page Templates, and then Style Sheets, Normal Style Sheet. So it'll open up a blank page, and we're going to call this style sheet New. So we're going to right click, Save, and call it New. So I might have it already. I'm just going to save over it. Okay, yours might not have it there, so don't worry about that. And we're going to make the styles now. So H1, let's start with H1. So you go Format, and you might have to use a drop down list there, but well, not the drop down list, but the double arrow. Click on Style, and you're going to choose H1 from this list, and click Modify. Okay, so H1 must be red 33, green 0, blue 66. So under Format, that's got to do with font. So I'm going to go to Font, Color, More Colors. I'm going to choose any random one to get the hexadecimal code up here on the right. So remember that the hex code goes red, green, blue. So we have red, green, blue. Careful, they sometimes trick you, such in this case where they switch them around. Red must be 33, green 0, and blue 66. Okay, so red is first. So red is 33, green is 0, so RG, and blue is 66. When we've done that, we click on OK. You'll see the color will change. It's a little bit of a purple color. And then we do the next part. So now the font must be this font here, Helvetica New. But if that's not available, then Calibri. If that's not available, then it's the browser default sans serif font. It's got to be 36 point size and alignment center. So the font's involves a little bit of code. So we'll leave that to the end. We can't change this in the window we're working in. But I'm just going to choose some random font. So let's look for Calibri, for example, because Calibri is part of the list. So I'm going to look for Calibri and just choose that for now. But we're going to have to change that later. It's going to be 36 font size, so font size 36 pt. And alignment must be center, so I'm going to say OK. Alignment is under Format, Paragraph. Alignment is going to be center, so OK. And I think that's pretty much everything for H1, which it is. I'm going to say OK. And H1 is now in our user-defined style, so I'm going to go back to this arrow, HTML tags, and do the next one. So the next one is H2. So we'll click on H2, Modify, Format. We'll start with the font. So H2, the color must be blue, 99, red, 33, green, 0. So color, more colors. Choose a random one. Here's the hex code. So it goes RGB. So red's first, so 33 for red. So 33. Green must be 0. So not 99, 0. So I'll put double 0. And blue is 99. RGB. So okay. The color has changed. The next thing is to make the font Arial. So I'm going to look for Arial. 18 point size, 18 pt. And alignment right. So that's okay. Format, Paragraph for alignment. And alignment must be right. So that's H2 done. Okay, so if you look at our user-defined styles, you can see the two that we've edited are there. Next one is P. So I'm going to go to HTML tags, look for P, modify. And P must be the color red 0, green 0, blue 08. So that's under font, so format font. Colors, going to change more colors. choose a random one. So it's going to be RGB, so red must be 0. Blue is 08, so that's at the end. And green, the middle one, RGB, is 0, so 00. Just make this. Then we say OK. Alright, then we just check what else is needed to be changed. So font, the browser's default sans serif font must be the font for P. Alright, so in this case over here, this is kind of like in the case where we have the previous one that we've made, or H for one of the previous ones that we've made, H1. It says that here we have a list of fonts, but here they don't really tell us what this font is, because we know sans serif could be Arial, but it's got to be the default sans serif font, so it's got to be the program's choice of default sans serif font. So in this case, I'm just going to choose a random font. Let's just choose Arial anyway. I'm going to come back and change that a bit later. And we need to make P 14 point font size. Sorry, that's still under font. So it's 14 pt. And then the alignment has to be left. So format, paragraph, left aligned. There we say OK. OK again. And now body. So body has to have a background color of red is 99, green is CC, blue FF. So body, look in this list for body, modify. So if you're talking about background color, that is now going to be found under border, shading, background color, more colors. This has to have a background color of red of 99, so we can choose any random one. So R is first, red's first, 99. Green is next, so CC, and blue is FF, so that's good, so we say OK. That's the color. We can say OK again. There's nothing more to change with the background for body, so we can just say OK. So we've made our styles here, H1, H2, P, and body. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do the programming code for H1 and P. So that is just to make sure the fonts are correct. So before we make the table, I'm just going to say OK. This is what we have so far. So under H1, let's do H1 first. So the font family, or where the fonts are. So the first choice of font has to be Helvetica New. So straight away, after the colon, our first choice of font has to be typed in. So in quotations, because this font has 2 words or more, so it's got 2 words, Helvetica New, quotation, comma, then the next choice, which is Calibri, which is already here. Calibri is 1 word, so I don't have to put quotations around it. And then is the default sans serif font. So I'm just going to type in sans serif. And it's 1 word, so I don't need quotations. So basically, the computer's going to go and look for Helvetica New. If that's not there, it's going to then select Calibri. And if Calibri is not there, it will be sans serif, or the default sans serif font for H1. So let's just do P. So P is the default browser's sans serif font. So just like what we did over here. So we go to P, the font family. We can't say Arial. It's going to be the default sans serif font, which is going to be just sans serif. So the computer will choose its default sans serif font for P. Alright, so that is how you make H1, H2, P, and body as examples in a style sheet. So we'll come back to table in the next video.